I recently put out a video talking about some of the most common complaints when it comes to the fairness argument in Motorfest PvP modes, and the response in the comments was pretty overwhelming. The majority of you said that you really don't have a big issue with shortcuts, but resets need to be removed. Well, IVT actually did something. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my Motorfest tunes or my Need for Speed Heat builds, I've moved everything to my website. It's militiagamingco.com. There's links in the main navigation menu for Need for Speed Heat builds and Motorfest Pro settings, so click those if you're looking for that. The link to the site is actually in the description of this video. All right, enjoy. Before I show you the examples, I just want to say that with that last video, I was in no way saying that using resets as a racing tactic is a good thing. In fact, I really wasn't saying it's a bad thing either. I really don't care if resets are a part of the game. I only care what's the fastest way within the rules of the game, obviously. My point in the video was basically, if you know there's a faster way and you're choosing not to use it, you can't be upset if you don't win, and you can't be upset at the players who are using it. That's it. Anyways, resetting your car is obviously a sore subject for most people because it takes you out of a racing game and it puts you into a teleportation game. I get that point of view completely. And obviously, Ivory Tower agrees because they did make a change to how resetting works. Unfortunately, for most of you who don't like resetting, it's not the exact change that you were hoping for. The gameplay you were watching was recorded Friday night in a grand race, and it was after this week's summit update. I'm basically able to reset every corner of this drift section and just walk away from the players behind me. It honestly felt just as cringy as it looks, but I needed to get a clip of multiple resets in a row for this video, and this was the perfect opportunity, so don't kill me in the comments for this one. Anyways, they didn't address resets in the grand races at all. However, they did address them in the summits. There is a reset point in this race that I would normally take. However, when I tried it this week, it respawned me at a dead stop. That simple change makes this reset on this corner and others in different races completely useless. It's now faster to take that corner in the gutter normally, effectively removing that reset point from this race. Now, I did test this on multiple summit events, even in non-hairpin situations, to see what happens, and every time I was respawned at a dead stop. Now, I know summits are mostly thought of as a solo experience, however, it's certainly a competitive game mode. You are literally competing against the rest of Motorfest to get into the top 10,000 for platinum. So it's clear to me that IVT does think resets are an issue in summits, but not necessarily an issue in grand races, which definitely seems a little bit backwards to me anyway. Now, the other possibility could be that they're testing it on a smaller, less noticeable scale to see how many players still choose to reset, or if they decide it's not worth it anymore and race normally. And based on the results of that test, then maybe they would implement a change in the grand races. There could also be a technical limitation that didn't allow them to make a change to the reset behavior in the grand races specifically before this update, and maybe we see it down the line. Either way, I do have to hand it to them because they seem to be listening to the feedback or actually playing the game they created, or both of those things, which is obviously the best case scenario. A developer that's in tune with what the fan base wants is actually really good. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to make every single change that we want because, well, they're the developers. They know how they want their game to play. But the fact that they're listening and the fact that they're in tune with things that are happening in the game and what the players are upset about is a really good sign, and honestly, I didn't expect anything less from them. Anyways, I just thought I'd share my findings with you and clarify my position on resets, and it's basically the fact that I just don't really care if they're in the game or not. If they are in the game and they're faster, I'm gonna let you guys know about it because that's the job of this channel. Now, hopefully you found a little bit of value in this video, and if you did, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. It helps me more than you think, and if you leave a like on the video, it actually is super beneficial for the algorithm, so I do appreciate all of the support. Anyways, my DMs are always open to discuss things, and if you have any questions about anything, you can send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.